Hello everyone, I'm Paul and today we're solving problem 2147, number of ways to divide a long corridor. This is hard and here I will show you what I think is a very intuitive solution. So let's start. We are given a string corridor with only characters S and P. S are seats and P are plants. Here you have a visual representation of this input. And our job is to return the number of ways to divide the corridor such that in each section we have exactly 2 seats. For example, given this input, here we can divide the corridor like this in 2 parts, or we can divide the corridor in these 2 parts or in these 2 parts. Given that we have 3 ways to divide the corridor, we return 3. My first intuition here is to use sliding window. There are different possible solutions, but I think that this one is the most straightforward. We can start with 2 pointers at index 0 and we are moving the right pointer until we have exactly 2 seats. So now this right pointer is here. And now we can move the right pointer again until we find either another seat or the end of the array. In this case, we move the right pointer up to index 4. And on the way, we are keeping track of the number of plants that we see. In this case, we have 2, and we are storing this in a variable which we'll call P. So now we have 2 plants in between these 2 seats and the next seats. At this point, with this information, we can add values to the result. The question is, what number do we add here? Well, as you can see here, if we have 2 plants, we have 3 bounds. We have the number of plants plus 1 number of bounds. In this case, 2 plus 1 is 3. And we can take a section for each of these bounds. So in this case, we add 2 plus 1 to the result, and this is 3. Now we move the left pointer to the position of the right pointer. By doing this, we make sure that the solution runs in big O of n time complexity, which is efficient. And now we can repeat the exact same process. We update right until we have exactly 2 seats. So the next position for right is 7. Now right is out of bounds, we don't have any more seats or plants, so the result here is 3. Now, what if we had 2 more plants here, for example? So now right is here and we need to move it until we find either another seat or the end of the array. So the next position for right is the end of the array and the number of plants in this section is 2. Now one big observation here is that we can't do this same process with these 2 plants because these 2 plants are always part of the last 2 seats. We can't split these in these sections. They are always part of the last 2 seats. So if right is at the end of the array, it doesn't matter if we have more than 0 plants. In this case, we don't add anything to the result. So for this input, we still return 3. Now what if we get this? Here we have 2, 4, 6, 7 seats. And given that 7 is an odd number, this modulo 2 is 1. This means that we will never be able to split this into sections with exactly 2 seats. So if the number of seats modulo 2 is equal to 1, we can return 0 right away. If there's no way to divide the corridor, we return 0. So now let's say that we have this and 1 more seat. Here we have 8 seats in total. So we are able to divide this corridor. The minimum windows with 2 seats here are this, 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 and this. So here we have 2 plants in between 2 valid windows, and here we have 1 plant in between 2 valid windows. Now the question is, what's the result in this case? We know that if we only had this, the result would be this amount of plants plus 1, meaning 3. Now we are adding this, and in this case, this is also a valid plant. We need to count valid sections for this plant too. And in this plan, we have 1 plus 1 valid sections, meaning 2. So here we have 3 valid sections and here we have 2. This means that this is a valid division, this is also valid, this is also valid, this is also valid, this is also valid, and this is also valid. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 valid divisions. So the result is 6. And in case you didn't know this is the number of possible combinations between these 3 bounds and these 2 bounds. So if we have an even number of plans, we can say that the result is initially 1 because we have at least one valid way to split this, and now we can implement our sliding window approach. At some point we reach this state where left is at 0 and right is here. Here we have 2 plants in between, and the number of bounds is 2 plus 1, meaning 3. So now we need to update the result. We can take the previous result times the number of bounds, and 1 times 3 is 3, so the new result here is 3. At some point we reach this state where left is here and right is here. In between we have 1 plant and the number of bounds is 1 plus 1. Here we have 2 bounds. So we need to update the result with the new number of bounds times the previous result. And 2 times 3 is 6. And this is how we can keep track of valid combinations at each step efficiently. Now with this in mind, let's go with the code. We have a mod value which is 10 to the power of 9 plus 7. This is in the problem description. The number of elements is the length of corridor. The number of seats is 0, and now we are checking if we have an even number of seats, because otherwise we need to return 0 right away. So for x in corridor, if x is s plus equal 1, and now we are checking if not s or s modulo 2 is equal to 1, we just return 0 right away. Now if we are still here, this means that we have an even number of seats, so we can say that the result is at least 1, and now we are implementing our sliding window. Left is initially 0, and while left is smaller than n, every time right is equal to left, and we have a number of seats that's initially 0, while right is smaller than n, and the number of seats is smaller than 2, we need to update right. Now, if the current element corridor right is equal to s, we add 1 to s, and now we know that we have a window with exactly 2 seats, and we can count the number of plants that we have in between these 2 seats and the next 2 seats. So we say that p is initially 0, this is the number of plants, and we are updating right again until we find either another seat or the end of the array. So while right is smaller than n, and corridor right is equal to p plus equal 1, and right plus equal 1. And now we're checking if right is still in bounds and p is different from 0, meaning we have something to add to the result. In this case, the new result is result times the number of bounds for the valid plants, which is given by p plus 1, and we need to use our mod value. So this is modulo mod. And every time we need to update left to the position of the right pointer. Finally, we return result. So this is the entire code. Now let's submit this. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. Here time complexity is big O of n and space complexity big O of 1. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.